everybody, and welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas. I hope that y'all are enjoying it so far. Today, I really didn't vlog much because there wasn't anything exciting going on. So I'm just gonna do a Q&A because there's been a bunch of, well, it was supposed to be done a while ago, and if I'm being honest, I kind of forgot about it. But when I did the Q&A with Keith, a bunch of you left questions on that one because I asked y'all to, and then I totally forgot about it. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. But first, here we go. 21 days till Christmas. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit down, put y'all at the head of the bed so that we've got some good lighting and a Christmassy background. I apologize if you can hear the dogs fighting in the background. So first question, and this is in no particular order, it's just when I see it, I'll answer it. What is my favorite airport amenity? Do I tend to go to the same restaurants when I'm in a city, or is it a challenge to find something new? My favorite airport amenity, I don't know. I guess if an airport, there's certain things, like aspects of an airport that I like. So for example, if it's all hard flooring, then that's great because it's just a lot easier to pull a rollerboard behind you. Charlotte's airport, there's a lot of carpet and it's not very fun. I like it when the moving sidewalks actually work, or when escalators actually work. Clean bathrooms. Ooh, one thing that, and I can't remember which airport does it. I know Philadelphia does it, and there's a couple others that do it too, but the bathroom doors and the stalls, the people that design them for airports, I don't think they were thinking it all through, really. Because have you ever tried to pull a rollerboard into a stall that, like, the stall door opens into the stall, and then you have to, and they're small, and then you have to try to figure out how to, you gotta like shimmy around to just be able to close it again? Yeah, that is so annoying. So it's like finding a hidden treasure when you get a bathroom, an airport bathroom, where the stall door opens out from the stall. That way you just pull your rollerboard in, you can close it easily, you open it back up easily. There's no issues. I don't know why more airports aren't like that. Hi, Keith.
My favorite amenity is that the chairs now have plugs in it so that you can charge your devices.
Airport.
Yeah.
Oh, like you mean the rows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. And I know why they have armrests between every single seat, like I get it, but there should be some seating areas that don't have armrests on the seats, or that are kind of intended for people who get stuck in an airport overnight, because trying to sleep or lay down, like if you get stuck overnight trying to sleep on the seats that have an armrest between each seat, it's damn near impossible. So if more airports could have places for people to sleep if they get stranded, that would be great. Okay, do I tend to go to the same restaurants when I'm in a city, or is it a challenge to find something new? No, I almost always try a different place. Unless I have a favorite, then I'll go there at least for a drink or something, just to be able to just to go. But I usually try to try new places. I try to find hidden gems. I try not to necessarily go to super popular ones. If I'm in a different country, I definitely don't go to a restaurant that I can go to at home. So no McDonald's, no Hard Rock Cafe. I don't go to those chains in a different country, because we can get that here in America. It's not something special, and you're not then truly experiencing the cuisine and the culture of where you are. And that is honestly one of my pet peeves, of when people travel and they call themselves a traveler, and then they go to places like that. And like, no, you're a tourist at that point in time. Sorry, a little rant there, but not this bad to be a tourist. If you want to be a tourist, then go ahead, be a tourist, but don't call yourself a traveler if you're not going to immerse yourself into the culture. Okay, that's a whole, I could honestly ramble about that for a whole video. Anyway, no, I try to try new things, but no, food definitely, like if I have a favorite, then I might swing by there, but usually I try to try new places. Every time I go to a city, I'll try to go to a new restaurant that I haven't gone to before. Come on, can we not? Thank you. so many people recently. I don't know why. I don't know if there's just a lot of like new of you or what, but I've had so many people asking how old I am. And first, I do have a birthday vlog that was posted in June. Second, I also have a 50 facts about me. Granted, it was posted last year. I'm 27, but the answer was out there. I also have a lot of people asking what my favorite aircraft is, and I went into detail about that in one of the Vlogmas videos from last year, so I'll leave a link to that down below. What is the worst horror story since you've become a flight attendant? Whether it be a passenger or just a particularly bad flight. I haven't really had any horror stories apart from turkey bacon. So thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about with turkey bacon. That was probably the worst. Or I did actually have, and again, I talked about this in an Instagram live. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you probably should, so that way you are not missing out on those. But I did have, not too long ago, we were coming to land, or we were about to land, like wheels down and everything, and I looked over, I was in the back on the jump seat, and I looked over and noticed that the bathroom, the lab, said that it was occupied. So I start knocking on it. I'm like, oh, are you okay in there? Blah, blah, blah. Nobody was responding. I called to the front. She called the captain, and he just said, I mean, we have to do captain's authority. I asked, I was like, I don't know if he wants to not land then. The captain was just like, no, we're landing, so just make sure that you're in your jump seats and we'll check it out when we land. I'm like, okay. The lead flight attendant did an all-call because we were all in our jump seats. She did an all-call so that way everybody knew what was going on. And one of the other flight attendants was like, oh no, I closed it off. I'm like, you couldn't have told me that before I like almost had a heart attack thinking that somebody had a heart attack in the bathroom. I was like, oh God, I was so nervous about what I was going to find when I opened that door. But turns out there was nothing to find. She just didn't inform me that she closed the lab, that she locked it. Like, great, okay. You've said multiple times that you've always wanted to live in North Carolina. What made you want to? Just genuinely curious. So when I was 13, my uncle retired from the Coast Guard and we all came down. His retirement was in a town, it's called Elizabeth, and I can't remember if it was in North Carolina or if it was actually in Virginia. I wanna say it was in North Carolina though, on the coast. And so my entire family, we all rented a beach house in the Outer Banks and stayed there for a week. Just made it a whole vacation thing. So that was my mom's brother, and then my dad has a brother that lives in South Carolina. So we took a couple days and drove down to South Carolina to see them. So I got to drive all the way through North Carolina and South Carolina. Absolutely loved it, had a great time, and just got it in my head that when I got older, I was going to live in North Carolina at some point in time. So now here I am. Do I have an identical twin that isn't taken? No, I do not. I'm an only child.
What do you mean you're not your only child? You got Maisie.
Maisie doesn't count.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It costs money to keep her.
Okay, I have a dog sibling. What's the biggest thing that I've learned about myself while being a flight attendant? Oh my gosh, I have learned that I have a lot more patience than I thought I did. I don't want to say stand up for myself, but passengers, it's really funny to me. I've always found it interesting that when you tell people on the ground, oh, I'm a flight attendant, a lot of people think that being a flight attendant is absolutely amazing. They're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. But then you get on the plane and like people treat you like crap. People treat flight attendants like absolute crap. So I've learned how to not take things personally. It's been absolutely amazing. It was hard at first. So if you're the type of person that has a hard time not taking things personally, that's something that you're gonna have to work on and kind of get used to. But yeah, so I have a little bit thicker skin from being a flight attendant. Okay, have you ever had to evacuate a plane? How, when, isn't the slide inflating satisfying? I've never had to evacuate a plane, thank God. So I have no idea about the satisfaction of one of the slides inflating because I've never had to experience that. I have gone down an inflated slide just because that's something that you have to do in training. Do you ever have passengers flirt with you, or how does that make you feel knowing you might have to interact with that person again later on during the flight? How do you deal with that kind of situation? Yes, it happens all the time. And honestly, it's kind of I don't want to say it's annoying, but it's like, I get it if you want to like try to give me your number and say, oh, I'd like to take you out for dinner, blah, blah, blah. But when I say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm taken, then just stop right then and there because it's not going to happen. but when a passenger continues to be not aggressive but obnoxious, then it gets really annoying, and I'm like, I'm trying to work here. I can't keep turning you down. So just accept the no and go about your life. Most guys, it's not a big deal. I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend, and then the rest of the flight is fine. It's like it never happened. But there have been a couple times where it's obnoxious. And I'm like, please, like, I cannot wait for you to get off this plane because I don't want to deal with you anymore. And I don't want to have to keep saying, no, I have a boyfriend. Like, it's not gonna happen. I've had a bunch of people lately asking about how being a flight attendant affects a relationship, or if you can be a flight attendant while in a relationship. And I'm pretty sure I touched on this in the Q&A with Keith. That's not a black or white question. It's not a yes or no question. That's really gonna depend on you and your partner, you and your significant other, you and your husband, wife, what have you. It's gonna depend on whether you two can handle it, whether you two have the kind of relationship that can handle being apart from each other a couple days, or for long periods of time, or maybe not living in the same city. It's going to, like, y'all have to have trust. There's just no if, ands, or buts about that. There has to be trust. It's something that both of you are gonna have to sit down and talk about and say, okay, this is how we're gonna handle this, and can we actually do this? And it's all gonna depend on your relationship. I know people that couldn't do it, that absolutely can't do it, and I know people that that's how they prefer it. I've flown with so many older flight attendants that are like, I don't think that I would be able to actually be with my husband every day. Like, this is my alone time, and I need this. So for some people, they wouldn't be able to be in their relationship if they weren't a flight attendant, or if their husband or wife weren't a pilot and gone all the time. Like I said, it's gonna vary from relationship to relationship. It's not a straight like, yeah, anybody can do it, because no, not anybody can do it. Not anybody can do this job, and not any relationship can survive this job, and that's just the truth of it. I'm not gonna sit here and, like, I don't know, give you false hope or anything like that. It's definitely doable, but it's just gonna depend on you and your relationship. That is it. I am hungry, so I'm going to finish off Keith's fries now. I hope that this helped y'all out. I do kind of want to do, like, continue on the whole 1 question a day thing. That's what I did last year. I answered at least 1 or 2 questions every day, and it did help for some days when I didn't really have a lot of content. Then I was able to answer more questions, or if I do have a lot of content, then I can answer just 1 question. But yeah, so leave a comment down below any other questions that y'all might have, and hopefully I'll be able to get to it for y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all are enjoying Vlogmas so far. I am so excited to continue on with it. So until tomorrow, work hard, be kind, spread good vibes. I love you all. Goodbye.